up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This time of The Walking Dead, Season 3, Episode 2, Sick. And this was quite a good episode. I thought this was better than the season premiere. It was about maybe like 20% better because there were some things that were right with the season premiere, but this episode was great. And yes, we had 3 deaths in this episode. And they're not all major, but this is spoilers. So if you have not seen the episode yet, like 3 people have Dish Network, you might not want to watch this. But if you want to find out what happens, I will say that the 3 people that died were 3 of the 5 prisoners. No main characters died. Hershel lives. He did die, but Lori, right when he stopped breathing, Lori did CPR and came back alive. So that's a good sign. Hershel lives. So that just helps you out. But I'm gonna start with the beginning. It starts with them picking up Hershel, and they call them the prisoners because they see the prisoners, and they have a gun. One of them's there's a white guy. He's like a gangster type white guy, I would say. But he's what happened to him? He said he got bit, and he started pulling out his, it was like a 38 revolver, 32 revolver, one of them, and well, he starts to blow out, and Dale's like, whoa now. And so that happens. They carry him to they carry Hershel to the cell blocks where they're at, and Carol starts doing some work, and yeah, she's trying to help him out by doing that. And they're all there, Lori, Maggie, and the other characters, and then T-Dog, Daryl, and Rick are with the prisoners. They go back to the prisoners. The prisoners apparently follow them to their cell block. And they talk about some things. Apparently these prisoners have been in their prison for the past 10 months. They have not been outside. And the funniest thing about it was, one of them asked, can I call my mama and tell her see how she's doing? And I thought, holy crap. Are you for real? And the other was like, can I email my sister or something like that? I don't know, something like that. He literally says that, can I call my daughters and mama, see how they're doing, and my girlfriend? And I'm and Rick's like, well, and they think the army's coming. There ain't no army. And they've been stuck in that cafeteria for the past 10 months. And apparently they have enough food to support Rick's Creek for probably a year. Probably a good year or 2 years. That's how much food they had, in my opinion. They had a bunch of food in there. And so they said, we will give you a cell block, a whole cell block, for half your food. So they say that I got the 5 prisoners. We only learned 2 of their names. There's a big tall black guy. No offense to anything I'm about to say about the black people, because 3 of them are black, 2 are white. Tall black guy's name Big Tiny. That's his name apparently for the TV show. The other black guy who was medium tall. There's a short black guy, medium and tall. The medium one, his name is Oscar. The small black kid, we do not know who he is. The small white guy, we'll find out who he is. And the other white guy, we have no idea who he is. But there's one of them, he's blonde-headed white guy. He's dumb because he's a tall black guy. He's very afraid. But the funny thing is, when they go to clear out the cell blocks, it's you got to kill him in the head now. And they go in there, and they one guy holds him back with a lead pipe. Now, T-Dog and Daryl Rick are watching them, because they all 5 broke the formation, and they ran to the pack of zombies, and they were hitting them in the guts. And then they had an axe, a crowbar, a lead pipe, and all that. And it was funny. And they finally got the hang of it, and then finally, Big Tiny breaks formation, backs up into another hallway, and there's some zombies coming up behind him, and luckily he was able to kill the 2 of them, and the other one, and the other zombie was wearing handcuffs. The zombie broke his hand off, his hand flesh was showing, and as he had his hand flesh, the hand flesh, the zombie slapped him on his back or scratched him because he was bleeding, but only his hand flesh was showing. His hand was gone, with the flesh hanging, and then he was bleeding on his back, And then the white guy with the gun, which is, in my opinion, the crazy guy, 'cause he was crazy as crap. He hit him inside the head with a crowbar, and Big Tiny was on the ground and beat him to death. Him in the head. So that was our first death, which was Big Tiny, and I kind of like this character. But they killed him. I don't know why. Next, we got, then they, you know, they're helping Herschel out. They want to make sure Herschel survives this. And they're doing everything they can, and I'm going to skip some things. Carl leaves and goes on his own to find, he found the infirmary and brought back a bag full of bandages, like a bunch of bandages. And Lori's like, where'd you find this infirmary? And she's like, she loses it right there. She gets real mad at Carl. And I'm thinking, woman, he just found something to help Herschel survive. And you need to chill out, lady. Because, like, Lori is, like, crazy. Because Carl, he left. He said, oh, I also killed 2 walkers. That right there boosted it. Because, like, she was like, you saw what happened to Herschel. And all that happened. And, you know, a lot of scenes with Herschel. No scenes with Michonne and Andrea. But I'll get to episode 3 sneak peek at the end of this. So, basically, that happens, and, let's see, next we have them, and they clear out the cell block. T-Dog, Daryl, and Riggs, so they clear a cell block for them, so they keep going, and finally they get to where there's a wash machine room, or some kind of cleaning room, and, like a laundry room, that's what it is, yeah. And they say, open that door. Open just one now, because there's a bunch of zombies on the other side. Rick's like, open just one. And the guy opens both of them. And then he says, I think it was like the S word, I think. I don't know, I can't remember. Like, happens. You know, I can't, I'm sorry, I just can't say it. It says that happens, and said in a very arrogant way, and throws a zombie on top of Rick. The white guy with black hair, not the white guy with blonde hair, the white guy with black hair, which was like the guy with mustache, like mustaches, like the gangster white guy who was very thuggish. But throws them on him, and a zombie, and Daryl has an arrow, and he kills the zombie from behind, and then Rick looks at Daryl like that, and they get up, they kill the zombies. Oscar and the other white guy kill the zombies. And Oscar and the other white guy and the other little black dude and the other white guy that wanted to put the zombie on Rick. And then he looks at him, they will stare for about 30 seconds. Rick kills the white guy with a machete. Yeah, he kills him. He pulls out a machete. It's a right dead in the center of the head with his machete. And I'm thinking, is this now the Rick Shane? Is this like Shane now? But it's Rick because Rick just killed this guy. But the thing is, he had to be killed. Me and my dad were like, he had to be killed because he was like a killer. And the way he wanted Rick to die because he was very mad about Rick being here because he said this was his prison and all that. This was his. So, you know, maybe, and it's replaying right now. I'm gonna watch it. But, and that's as far as that goes home. And he kills him, and Oscar and the other white guy, which is in the get on their knees, and the little black kid I don't know his name. They don't say his name. He runs for it, and Rick chases him down, and finally he runs out into the courtyard. There's about 10 zombies out there, and he runs in the middle of them, and Rick's at the gate that's open. And Rick shuts it right before he gets back, and he's praying, and he runs back, and all he hears him getting mauled. So Rick, because basically he was running to tell somebody that these people are here, or some, I don't know why Rick chased him down, to be honest with you. I wouldn't chase him. I mean, Rick probably thought, I don't know, man, there ain't nobody else there, who's to tell? Why don't he run? He's just going to die probably anyway, but yeah. But the thing is, and then we have Oscar and this white guy left. That's the only 2 prisoners that survive in this episode. And I think they're both cool characters because they're not crazy. I mean, they're not crazy or stupid or scared. Well, the white guy with the blonde hair is dumb, but Oscar, that's his name. I'm gonna call him by his name, Oscar. He seems like a normal guy. And he's like, well, I've never pleaded in my life because Rick has python pointed right to both of them, and he was like, well, and the white guy, he was just crying and pleading, don't kill me. And so he don't, and he gives him a cell block full of cells. That's your side, and this is our side. There's cell blocks here, and our cell blocks like that's theirs, this is theirs, and they're okay. And Herschel lives, of course. Herschel lives, you know. And let's see here. Carol wants to. She wants to practice doing some more doctor material, so she goes out, gets Glenn with her. She goes to out in the courtyard where they first show up in the first episode, kills a woman zombie or a girl zombie, and she brings it back in, and she like does surgery to it, just like an autopsy, which I thought was very crazy because it showed her like having a knife, and it showed something watching her from like the outside of the fence and behind the bush. So he leaves. Maybe the governor's crew. I don't know. But and now we're here with a sneak peek for episode 3. It shows the governor in this one, and it does show Merle and Andrea Michonne. This episode has the rest of the trailer part of the, and it does show Woodbury in this episode, so we will get to introduce Woodbury probably most likely. Hopefully we do. And we'll meet Michonne. We'll meet Merle and the governor finally back again. So yes, finally. And yeah, these past 2 episodes have been great in my opinion. It's just that now, I don't get it. Rick's now a killer, and yeah, Rick's a killer. But the thing is, that guy had to be killed. If he would have killed, I think that was the guy that killed Beth, and they probably killed him. So yeah, there was 5 of them. In the comics, I think there's 4. In this episode, there's 5, and 3 died. So we did not learn. We only know 2 of their names, and one of the guys' names that we learned was dead. We'll probably learn the other guy's name next episode, hopefully. The thing is, how long will they live? But the thing is, will Rick kill them? Because Rick, he basically killed 2 of them. Because he ran that guy and all them zombies. And he killed one with his machete, which, or he was right there in front of everybody. And that little black kid on the ground, which is the one who got mauled, he ran. Now, their weapons were not as good, but the thing is, they were doing pretty good killing the zombies. But, you gotta think realistically here, it's not gonna end up really well. But as for this episode, it ends with Rick talking to Lori on like a little platform, talking to her. She's saying that Rick's very mad at her and all that. But the thing is, will Rick kill again? Because Shane turned into a killer, or Rick turned into a killer? That's the question. It's just, you gotta think about it. I'm not gonna stop thinking about that, because now we got Rick as a killer. But the thing is, that guy had to be killed. Shane killed innocent people. Like Shane killed, when he killed Randall. Randall wasn't a threat, basically. Randall was kicked out of his own group, and I can't remember how he found Randall or whatever. But and he killed Otis, which was out. That was no point in that. I really think that's when I started hating Shane, when he killed Otis. And or really when he tried to lower that situation. That's when I really started to think this guy, he needs to die. But yes, that's it for episode 2, Sick of The Walking Dead season 3. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and also volume 2 of The Walking Dead and volume 3 of The Walking Dead next week in the mail. I'll review volume 1 probably tomorrow or Tuesday. I had done read volume 1, and it's actually back there, I think. Yeah, it's back there. So yeah, I'll review it, and comment, rate, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching this video. Peace. Subscribe. Like this video. I'm like them 2 guys that dislike this video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like this video. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let's get 90 views on this one.